Hey guys, I'm theJYeffect and this is Tekkit SkyBlock episode 18. Now I've taken a bit of a different format with this episode, and what's going to happen is this was recorded in quite a busy environment. There was lots going on, so when I recorded this I didn't record my voiceover or commentary or narration or whatever the hell you want to call it, and I'm actually doing this as a post-gameplay commentary because I have some things to explain. Anyone notice the sneaky creeper there? That really scared me at the time. I got really... oh, you know when your heart just kind of skips a beat? Yeah, that happened, and this is me. I was trying to sort of play around with the water before I eventually blew up the creeper. And I don't really like post-gameplay commentaries, but if this is what I've got to do, then this is what I have got to do. And you'll see lots of quick cuts, things like speeding up, like now. See? Speeds up, it's nice. Yeah, you don't want to watch me place every single bit of cobble in real time, so you can watch me place every single bit of cobble in sped up time, which basically makes the episode shorter, because this to record took about 40 minutes. So I've managed to roughly halve it through speeding it up and cutting out unnecessary bits that really you don't need. And the initial part of this episode is to start with the mob spawning platforms. This is what I'm doing, is build up by 2 and then fill in the top. And for the next couple of episodes I will be working on this. I've got a plan to incorporate some Tekkit stuff into the mob spawner, which is super awesome, and this is me just kind of I just kind of look around at this point. I'm just like, yeah, stuff's happening. I really should have cut that out, but I didn't, because it leads nicely into this section where I look back and then I fill in the wall. And I'm really sorry the camera is a bit jumpy on this bit, because I'm sort of looking up and then looking down, then looking up and looking down, and it makes for very bad shots sped up. It's fine when it's normal speed, like this, then it speeds up again. It's only normal speed there because I actually did it at like half speed when I was doing that, just to see what it'd look like. And yeah, jumping looks really weird. Right, so what to do next with the mob spawner. Now the next thing I wanted to do was create these water channels, and what would happen is all the mobs would walk off the spawning platforms into a water channel, fall down that 3x3 hole where the infinite water spring is at the moment, and that kept turning into ice, which was quite annoying. And I probably just broke my legs there. Not very good. So what's going to happen is all these water channels, they just kind of gradually push all the mobs into the centre and then they fall down. Now, I haven't decided if I want them to just die when they hit the bottom, or if I want to drop them down by 23 blocks and then punch them. Haven't decided on that yet. So, I might leave it up to you guys. So, if you guys leave a nice little comment on this video saying like, you should punch them, or you should just let them die, and I will take your suggestion, and depending on which either gets the most or which one is just first, I will do that one. So, community, is it? I don't know if I'd call it community interaction. And this is me messing around with the pressure plates, seeing how far the water would go without them and with them. So I decided, yeah, with them, because then it can actually get towards where I wanted it to go. Realised I'd been a bit of a derp and not covered up all the water, and I covered an extra one just to make sure. Probably wasn't playing Minecraft / Tekkit at my best when I did this, which was kind of later than I normally would record. And my mind just like, you know, that time when your mind just switches off? And so many pressure plates were used in this, I didn't realise how many I would need. And in fact, buckets of water was quite a tedious one with this as well. There is a lot of water involved in this. This is me thinking, like, how can I put the water here with the door? And where can I put the pressure plates? And I have some companions! I have a cow, which I named Rosemary. Very feminine name, but you know, you just associate cows with being feminine. And most of the time you end up just calling them Daisy, and I wanted to be a little bit different. And I noticed the sheep, and I was thinking, what can I call the sheep? Let's think of a really good name, and then I just thought, no. From what happened last time, they can just bugger off. I have had horrible history with sheep, and I really don't like them. So for now, I'm going to get the cow, and I'm going to take it indoors. And it seems at this point that cows can't get past doors. They really hate doors. And I didn't get my axe either, so... Oh look, it's happy to come indoors once there's no doors. Thus, the phrase indoors doesn't quite make sense, because there would be no door. And I'm just rambling about doors. Probably makes for great viewing. Right, look. I tried to sleep there and I got caught on the bed. Not caught on the bed, what am I saying that for? I got caught on the chest because the hitbox is still a full block, whereas the chest isn't. And I was thinking about making some charcoal at this point, but I didn't, and then I just took the wood with me. And yeah, seeing all the mobs made me think, okay, I definitely need charcoal for torches. And so I look at the torches and I'm like, should I? Yeah. I was thinking of smelting them with saplings there, but I'd already had 12 in there and I found a nice little supply of wood. I was very surprised when I found that. That was a very nice moment. So, with 48 torches, I was going to light up pretty much the whole place. And I noticed just after I woke up that some skeletons and zombies burned up over here. So I was going to collect their loot. Let's call it their loot, not mob drops. So we collect all their stuff, which we can put in the transmutation tablet. Because it's unnecessary stuff. This is why I'm making the mob. I'm gonna call it mob grinder. So I'm making it so that I can get all the drops and probably get like, if I set it up properly at the bottom, I'll probably have an obsidian pipe into an energy condenser so that I don't have to A, do it manually, and B, I don't have to transmute fuel for fuel. I can just transmute anything, which is nice. It's a nice creeper, and because of all the mobs that then burnt up, there was a lot of stuff already in here, and yeah, this was loot central. It was literally everywhere, and I was parkouring around the place, and I'd jump up onto one of the mob spawning boxes, but then I'd kind of like jump down again to get the loot, or I'd just turn magnet mode on just to get that last bit there. So yeah, I got a nice helping of dead mob parts. And yeah, I don't think 8 pressure plates is going to be enough. I don't quite think so. But I am planning where to put them and what kind of design I can do. So I settled on putting them down in the middle, as that was possibly a sensible place. and it can just send them straight there, and it creates an infinite water spring for me to use there and then, so I don't have to keep going back to the middle. Hence why I grab a bucket full and then I'm going to take it back up again. See, it leads nicely into the middle, and that's going to be like that on all four sides. So there's just going to be one square in the middle that doesn't have water on. That's not the one they're going to drop out of. They're actually going to drop out of a nice 3x3 area. But I have a nifty design coming up for that. Right, I told you 8 pressure plates wasn't going to be enough. I've only got 2 left, and I've just used them. Yep, destroy that unnecessary block. Make 2 more pressure plates. Pressure plates are so resource intensive. I never actually realised that until I did this, and I was like, wow, pressure plates are... I think for each, like, because it's 2 blocks of wood, you should get probably 6. That's slabs. You get 6. I reckon you should get like 16 or something pressure plates. Although I think 6, yeah, just because it's a good number, 6. And yeah, seeing all the water freeze over kind of inspired me to think torches. I need to put torches around. So I put 1 on every corner of all the mob spawn areas. I don't know what to call them. I'm going to call them spawn boxes. Seems like an appropriate name. Then I was looking around thinking, where can I put them in the corners? But the best place to start would be where I've already got the water, just to check that it doesn't freeze over. So what it was going to be was, it was going to be 1 torch in the corner and then 1 on each of the side ones just past the pressure plate. And then, even when there wasn't water there, I would go and put 1 there. And there you can just see I was putting 1 on either side of the middle. So this is nicely sped up, and unfortunately I'm moving around a lot, so it's not the best thing to watch. Right, let's destroy all those unnecessary blocks. Let's put down a whole heap of pressure plates. And here you can see, when you're in water, when you are swimming and you jump up against a wall, you actually jump higher and further. So you can see I'm jumping along the wall there, and I actually go higher and further than I normally would, thus getting to where I need to be a little bit faster. So here you can see I raised the door up by 1 just to incorporate where the water's going to go. And then more pressure plates. Then I go back and realise I'm going to need a lot more wood. But I noticed all the trees had grown, so grab my axe, eat some melon, and we be away, chopping down the wood. And replant the saplings, something that I normally forget to do, although I was very eager to do it this time, make sure I didn't forget. Right, back over to the mob spawner. And 16 more pressure plates. Happen to be just the right amount. So, proceeding to put all the remaining bits of water down. Sped up, of course. This took a very, very long time. Longer than it should have, I'd say. I never realised that making a mob spawner like this was so tedious. But luckily I had a whole heap of cobble and because of infinite water springs, it's actually fairly easy to do. It's just time consuming. Right, and that is all the water, and then there's one lonely remaining block in the middle. Here you can just see a barricade off all the water, so that things later can actually work, and a little bit of risky parkour over the edge there. At the time, that seemed very thrilling. Obviously sped up, it kind of looks just sort of pathetic. It's like a little 2 jumps. But at the time, I had all that stuff on me, and being SkyBlock, I was like, I don't want to lose everything. These parkour skills, please work. And speaking of parkour skills, if you want to see me do a parkour map, request it in the not description. Why was I going to say description? You know what it is. It's the comments. You probably could have seen that coming, or heard that coming, really. Description. I don't know why I said that. I was just checking out some burning skeletons, seeing if I could get all their lovely, lovely bones and rotten flesh and creeper. I was very scared about killing this creeper, being on a 1-block bridge and not wanting to hold shift, because then I'll walk like twice as slow or something. So I did not to fall off with all the stuff. And this time we are going to check back here for any additional mob loot. And oh yeah, some zombie flesh. Back up. And when I went to collect that, I realised one thing that actually quite annoys me with SkyBlock, and it's not a Tekkit thing, it's just SkyBlock in general, is I think it's after you go, it's either 4 or 5 blocks down from this level that I'm standing on now, the level that you spawn on, which I believe might be sea level. Once you go 5 or 6 blocks down from that, the sky turns from blue to grey, and it's really horrible, especially when you jump on that level. Like when I jumped back up from that level to just the one level up, getting back on the stairs, I noticed it's really horrible to jump, because it goes from blue to black going down, and then black to blue going back up again, and it's a real horrible mix of sudden changed colours that really doesn't look right. I think everything should just blue, or should be blue all the time and then like slowly fade into grey or something. But oh well, that's part of the game. Not much I can do really. Right, so time to put some signs down, and I've deliberately left the block in the middle. My original plan was to jump onto that middle block and then put the signs down, but then I realised that was actually fairly risky. And I thought some skeleton's just going to pop out, but then I thought, well, no, either a skeleton will have spawned on one of these pads, which is highly unlikely due to the sheer amount of torches. I used 40 torches lighting up this whole place. And the reason I put all this water there is so if I do fall down, I can swim back up and catch it due to the 1-block hole where there isn't a sign in the middle. Which there will be a sign there eventually, but not today. So you can see I was a bit annoyed by all the water currents, because something just didn't look right. It looks like a 5 on dice, which with the water doesn't really look the best. And there I'm just checking to see the water has actually gone down. And oh no, it's frozen over. Didn't think about that one, did I? No torches up there or near the ice. Well, there are, but they're not on the same level. And now I proceed with the torches. Just a little torch count, that's 44 torches. going to happen here? Anyone else guessed? Another bit of my awful parkour. Once again, if you do want to see me do a parkour map, description, to comments, then fucking comments. So, I'm actually going to speak over my outro this time. So, if you want to see me do a parkour map, leave it in the comments. If you want to see any other kind of Minecraft adventure map, or any kind of other sort of normal Tekkit or Technic series, leave that in the comments. Or any other games, leave them in the comments as well. So, thanks for watching, see you next time.